a soundboard and a speech board from a FirePower, which uses SoundROM 3. So I recapped this board. They don't make any more axial caps, so I use radial caps with through-hole rivets where appropriate. I have replaced all the headers, and the trick for me is to make sure that I get that header on the correct direction, because the Williams soundboard is the only one that flipped the headers over to what I would consider to be the wrong direction. I did replace the socket. There was a ScanB socket where the SoundROM was. The socket for the microprocessor was okay, so I left it. These 1 microfarad caps, those are just high frequency filter caps. Let's hear all of the sounds. Well, let me do the individual sounds first. I've got my little sound tester doodad. Now press the test switch.
FirePower 1, 2, 3, enemy destroyed, mission accomplished, you are... FirePower 1, 2, 3, enemy...
And it will do that forever until you cycle power. Also, what came with this soundboard was a RottenDog MPU, and really all I'm doing is making sure that the dip switches are set correctly and running this thing through its diagnostics. The only coil it's on right now is number 16, and then it's the coin lockout coil. 15 is one of the flashers, and a track mode for FirePower. It did have a goofball high score to date. It was 550,080. And I reset that by setting the dip switches to 111111, Leon's test, and ran that for a little bit. And then I set them back to the FirePower switch configuration, and she seems to be working just fine now. So let's put it into test. And the first test is display test. And that is working perfectly. And the next test is lamp test. Also working perfectly. And then following that is, did I miss it? Solenoid test. Yeah, I missed the first couple. And we will wait for that to go all the way around. The 16th solenoid will turn itself off. We're up in the special solenoids right now. And here's the first 2 that I missed. We can actuate these special solenoids manually via the special solenoid trigger. I don't have the OST board hooked up right now, which is quite a device. And now the next test is that blinking back and forth was just a sync with the fluorescent lights above me. Now I'm going to go across the diagonal to ensure that the whole switch matrix is working. I'm doing this one-handed. The last switch for FirePower is switch 58. So that is working correctly. Audits and adjustments. System 6 games do not reboot, and this one does not have a battery in it, as we can't ship lithium batteries through the mail. But I will power off and then back on. That's audits, normal, then a quick off and then on, and we are back to running again. So this RottenDog MPU board is fortunately working quite well, as is the soundboard. Thank you so much.